Alright guys, so a very hot topic right now in the Dragon Ball Legends community is whether or not DB Legends actually has nerfed their Chrono Crystals. Where have they nerfed them? Did they actually nerf it? Have they replaced it elsewhere? How much can we collect this week for Dragon Ball Legends? Guys, I've been doing this for 5 years plus, and I know exactly every single piece of crystals we can collect in this game in every single event. So I don't want to waste any time. I want to get straight into this topic because, like I said, it's a very hot topic right now. So I'm going to be debunking a lot of things, as well as I'm going to be agreeing with you guys. There's two sides to the story. It's not just emotional. They nerfed it. The game is going down. That's just not how this works, guys. It's literally a mathematical standpoint. I got my calculator right there to the left-hand side. I'm going to show you guys exactly how much we can collect this week for Dragon Ball Legends Weekly Reset Update. And as we go by, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly where they nerfed it and where they replaced Chrono Crystals. So guys, I don't want to waste any time. Let's straight up get into the video. The first piece of place where we can collect crystals is going to be the daily login bonus. Now, you know, the way I calculate my weekly Chrono Crystals guides is very, very simple. It's, you know, every single week. They reset the game every single week. So whatever gets entered into the game this week, we calculate it, right? So with just a daily login bonus, that is 10 crystals a day, and we times that by 7, which equals 70 Chrono Crystals. Also, we do have the weekly login bonus, which is an extra 100 crystals. And on top of that, we also do have the weekly stamps, which on average is going to be 500 crystals up for grabs. So for example, you guys can calculate this. It's 1,000 every 2 weeks. So we just divide this into, you know, into 2, and it's 500 per week, right? So let's calculate 500 for there. This is everything that's entered the game this week, by the way, guys. And we are at 670 crystals. And I only calculate the free-to-play stuff, okay? Only the free-to-play stuff. And if there's some stuff you guys can't collect, you guys just subtract that on your end. But 670 crystals. Next up, this is the first place Dragon Ball Legends actually did, and I can confirm from doing this for 5 to 6 years, has nerfed crystals. It's not a lot, but this is going to be co-op. So this is how much we were able to get before. So before, via co-op, via all of the co-op, you know, missions, the first time rewards, the challenges, which they did remove, which we're going to get to in just one bit, and including the missions, which they also removed. Before this co-op, before they actually nerfed co-op's crystals, it was 606 to be exact, which is not a large amount, but if you add that up elsewhere, here and there, it becomes a large amount, right? So before, it used to be 606. Now it's exactly 340. Now, it's not the biggest drop, but I can confirm this is where they nerfed crystals. They nerfed crystals from exactly the challenges on the side, as well as the missions. So the missions for co-op, even though I already completed all my missions, you guys can't see it here. You know, we can't collect crystals off of it. So for now, unless they revert it, it's 340 for everything on co-op. So this includes a few extra things here, right? So this includes obviously the first time rewards, which is 10 crystals here, right? So 10 crystals, and we times that by 4, that's 40. And if you guys go to your co-op shop, that's an additional 300 crystals every time co-op resets. So 340 to be exact. So we are 1,010 crystals. Okay, so that's the first place to nerf crystals. But where else did they add on crystals, right? Because they added crystals on elsewhere. So before this, they didn't really used to give us like the Legends informations. Towards the end of every single Legend information, we get a special code where we can use for the web store, and then we can redeem Chrono Crystals, right? So, you know, for example, like a month ago, it was Katana, where we can collect 200 crystals. This time around, if you guys type in 13, 1, and 3 onto the web store, you guys can collect 150 crystals. So this is like a brand new thing. So technically they did add on crystals onto this. So this is something kind of new, relatively new at least, right? It's not like spanking brand new, but 150 up for grabs. Okay, so we're at 1,160 crystals. Next up is another hot topic here, guys, which is the raids. So let me explain to you guys something very clearly here, okay, guys? And you guys have to hear me out, okay? Did they nerf the crystals via the raids? Yes and no. Okay, let me explain. So I already collected my crystals, obviously, off of this raid. So off of this raid right here, you can collect 500 from the shop, as well as you can collect 200 from the raid missions, equaling a total of just about 721 if you guys want to include all, or 710, excuse me, if you guys want to include all of the side stuff for the raid. For example, if we just come here, we see the first time rewards, we could get 10 crystals up for grabs, and then the challenges, there's nothing there, right? So they kind of nerfed the challenges a little bit, but in total, it's going to be 710 from the raid. Now, before, and when I say before, I'm talking about a long time ago, like maybe over a year ago. It used to be like 1,000 crystals. Now, 1,000 crystals to 710 is a drop, but the difference between a year or two ago versus today is the fact that we get raids much, much more frequently, right? As of late, kind of like these last few weeks, not really, but there was a point where we got like, I don't know, I want to say like before the anniversary, towards the end of the anniversary, like 5 to 6 months in a row, we got multiple raids in a row every single week, sometimes overlapping each other as well. So did they nerf it? Yes, but the raids do come out much, much more frequent. Okay. So in conclusion, they nerfed the crystals in co-op. Okay. We know that by like 260 to be exact, but they added on crystals onto, the web store, we could get each month. So they kind of averaged it out right there to an extent. Right. And then for the raids, 2 years ago, we used to get like 1,000 crystals a raid. Now we could get, of course, 500, sometimes 700, but it comes out more frequent as opposed to 2 to 3 years ago, right? So, okay, enough of me yapping. I just have to explain this, right? This one's more of an explaining Chrono Crystals guides. Next up is Tournament of Power. Let's talk about this one because this one could be a real big issue, okay, guys? So, just wait, okay? For TOP, I'm going to add on 1,500. That's exactly what I can get every single TOP season, Tournament of Power season, and it got reset, so I'm adding it on. And if you guys can only collect 1,000, just collect 1,000, but it's 1,500 every single 2 weeks from the last stage, from the missions, and as well as from your ranking, placement. But sometimes it could come a little bit lower, right? So 1,500. Now, the issue that I have here, which I don't want to say it's an issue just yet, I hope at least it isn't, but they're going to nerf the stages of TOP where it's going to be much less stages. I think it's like 10 stages or something like that. That's what they're going to turn it into, and they're going to wipe out all of the characters kits for TOP to simplify it more, right? Which, by the way, I do agree with the simplification side of it, but if they do reduce the stages to 10, and you could play it twice, by the way, just if you want to top your own score each season, but if they do nerf it to, let's just say 10 stages as opposed to 25 stages, what does that mean? Does that mean they're also going to nerf crystals? It's still not confirmed, but what is confirmed is the fact that they are going to be indeed nerfing the stages amount. But if they nerf the stages but keep the crystals the same, that's really freaking good then, right? Because it's less work for, or less playtime for TOP, which I'm not a fan of, but I do enjoy the crystals. Okay. Next up, we also do have a few more things here, guys. So I want to make sure I absolutely have everything. This is a small one, but we are going to add it on, which is going to be the brand new Gamma 1 and 2 unique equipment, which we can collect 10 crystals from. So let's calculate that. And we do calculate absolutely everything here on the channel. Next up, we also do have adventures. So adventures, we can collect 50, which is not a lot. I already collected mine, obviously, so you guys can't see it here, but 50, if it's a big event, it's it's 100, but we're not in a big event, right? So it's going to be 50, so it's average. 3 to 4 years ago, this was like 200, then it went to 100, then went to like 50, but that's a completely different era. But yeah, that's not, we're not going to talk about 3 to 4 years ago, right? Next up is going to be the revival missions, which I did complete this all of it, right? So here it's 500 crystals up for grabs. I already collected the rest, or the ones before. Where is it? Red Ribbon Army. Shoot, am I tripping? Oh, it's the first one. It's gonna be 500 crystals up for here. So yeah, let's just collect this. Let's add on 500. Okay, so we're at 3,970. And I completed all of that already. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Let's see here. That's a really good knuckle crack right there. What is this? Oh, the raid, we already calculated that. So we're at 3,930. What else do we... Oh, you know what? That's everything. I was going to calculate the missions plan, but that's next week because there's 4 days left. So that is everything. So basically 4,000 crystals, guys. We could basically collect 4,000 crystals. And it's pretty good, man. 4,000 crystals is not bad whatsoever. It's not... I'll tell you guys where the issue is. It's not even the nerfing of the crystals, which wasn't really nerfed because they kind of replaced it elsewhere. It's not that big of a deal. We probably lost like 50 crystals a month, maybe 100, which is not a lot, right? The issue is supporters requires more crystals. So technically speaking, they should add on another avenue, another lane for us to grab informed crystals, another event that's going to be stabilized into every single weekly reset update or every bi-weekly, right? That's what they should be adding to support us getting supporters, pun intended. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up. So in conclusion, really quick, did they nerf crystals? Yes, but not worth like the fact where people are like coming to your house with pitchforks and everything. The issue is the pitchfork is the fact that supporters, although they are very easy to get, it takes like 5 medals to guarantee the supporter. But if you want to level them up, you do need to spend 100 per copy on the shop, right? So if we just go to the shop really quick, we can see here, for example, I use Dende as an example. Right here, it's going to be 100, or let's just say 500 crystals for 5 copies, right? So you need 9,999 to, let's just round it up to 10,000 crystals. You need 10,000 crystals to get 1 copy of Dende from level 1 to 99, fully maxed out, 10,000 crystals, which honestly, that's like 2-3 rotations guaranteed, which if you put it that way, it's not that much. But if you do want to max out the character guaranteed, it takes a lot more crystals, where I would agree with you guys. They should definitely add on another avenue where it's stabilized to grab crystals on a brand new event, right? That's there every single weekly reset update, right? So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up. 4,000 crystals is not that bad. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll definitely catch you guys once again tomorrow for another one. Have a blessed night. Peace.